1. So let's begin a new chapter, electricity, of class 10th. And today, this is the lecture 2. Let's begin. First of all, let's understand what is physical quantities. Anything that can be measured is a physical quantity. For example, we can measure time, length, mass, and various other things. So all these things are known as physical quantities. Likewise, distance we can measure. Distance is a physical quantity. We can measure time. So time is a physical quantity. Love is not a physical quantity. We cannot measure love. Units. Units are a system of measurement. There are two kinds of system known as MKS system and CGS system. Full form of MKS system is meter, kilogram, second system. Full form of CGS system is centimeter, gram, second system. SI system. System International Unit or Standard International Unit. In SI system, there are 7 fundamental units. Now let's understand about Coulomb. What is Coulomb? SI unit of electric charge is known as Coulomb. Electric charge is measured by Coulomb. Just like length is measured in meter, time is measured in second. Likewise, electric charge is measured by Coulomb. What does it mean? Like, how can we define what is 1 Coulomb of charge? So for that, let's take two like point charge. It can be either positive or it can be negative, but charge should be same. They must have equal magnitude. It can be 1 and 1 unit. They must be placed in vacuum. The distance of 1 meter from each other. These two like charges should place in vacuum apart of 1 meter each. Obviously, since they are like charges, they will repel each other. If they repel each other by the force of 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton, then we say each charge has 1 Coulomb of charge. Okay. So when two like point charges which have equal magnitude placed in a vacuum and the distance between them is 1 meter, once they repel each other with the force of 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton, then we can say each charge has 1 Coulomb of charge. The charge of an electron is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 Coulomb. The magnitude of charge on a particle is given by the formula Q equals to Ne. Here, N represent number of electron, Q represent charge, and E represent charge of one electron. Or either we can say number of electron is equal to Q upon E. Now, if any object has 1 Coulomb of charge, then figure out how many electrons it has extra. So, using a little bit calculation, we come to this conclusion that number of electron would be 6.25 into 10 raised to the power 18. So if 6.25 into 10 raised to the power 18 electron accumulated by a body, then the body will have 1 coulomb of charge. Understand bolt. SI unit of potential difference is known as bolt. Bolt is a unit of measuring potential difference. Scientist who discovered Voltaic cell, so to honor him, the unit of potential difference we consider as Bolt. Now let's understand an electric circuit. There is a cell inbuilt in it. So obviously cells provide potential difference. And due to this potential difference, electric current will pass through the circuit. Let assume Q amount of charge is passing in this circuit and W amount of unit of work done is performed by the cell. So potential difference is defined as V equals to W upon Q. W is work done, Q is charge, V is potential difference. So Bolt is equal to Joule per Coulomb. 1 Bolt is equal to 1 Joule upon 1 Coulomb. Now let's define 1 Bolt. 1 Bolt is the potential difference between 2 points in a current carrying conductor when 1 Joule of work is done to move a charge of 1 Coulomb from one point to another. Similarly, 1 millivolt is equal to 1 upon 1000 volt, or else we can say 10 raised to the power minus 3 volt. 1 kilowatt is equal to 10 raised to the power 3 volt. 1 megawatt is equal to 1 megavolt is equal to 10 raised to the power 6 volt. Ampere. SI unit of electric current is known as ampere. Let's define ampere. Ampere is the unit for measuring electric current. So there is a scientist whose name is Ampere. So to honor him, we say the unit of electric current is ampere. Now let's understand an electric circuit which has a cell. Obviously, it would have positive and negative terminal. Due to this, electric current will pass in this circuit. Let's say Q amount of charge is flowing in T time. So electric current I is going to equal Q upon T, where Q is electric charge and T is time. So electric charge is equal to electric current is equal to electric charge upon time. Unit of electric current is ampere, unit of electric charge is coulomb, and unit of time is second. So ampere is equal to coulomb upon second, or else we can say 1 ampere is equal to 1 coulomb upon 1 second. 1 ampere is constituted by the flow of 1 coulomb of charge in 1 second. 1 milliampere is equal to 1 upon 1000 ampere, or else we can say 1 upon 10 raised to the power 3 ampere, or else we can say 10 raised to the power minus 3 ampere. Now let's solve this question. We have to match unit of electric current, electric charge, and potential difference. So first of all, what is the unit of electric current? Obviously, it's ampere. Now, what is the unit of electric charge? Yeah, it's coulomb. Great. Third one. What is the unit of electric potential difference? Definitely it's volt. Now let's solve some numericals. So we solve A type of numericals. There we are going to use Q is equal to IT formula, W is equal to V into Q, Q is equal to N into E formula. Here Q is equal to IT. Q represent electric charge, I represent electric current, T represent time. W is equal to V into Q. W represent work done, V represent electric potential, Q represent electric charge. Q is equal to Ne. Q represent electric current, N represent number of electron, E represent charge of one electron. Let's solve this question. A current of 0.5 ampere is drawn by a filament of an electric bulb for 10 minutes. Find the amount of electric charge that flows through the circuit. So, given part, electric current is given 0.5 ampere, time is given 10 minutes. So let's convert this into second. So 10 into 60 seconds, it becomes 600 seconds. Now we need to determine charge. Formula Q equals to I into T. Solution. I value is given 0.5 and T is 600. So multiply 0.5 and 600, you will get 300 and unit of charge is Coulomb. So 300 Coulomb is going to be the answer. The charge flowing through the circuit is 300 Coulomb. Next question. How much work is done in moving a charge of magnitude 2 Coulomb from a point at 118 volt to a point at 128 volt? So given data is charge is given as 2 Coulomb. Potential difference. Final potential was 128. Initial potential was 118. So difference is 10. So potential difference is 10 volt. What we have to find? Work done or work. Okay. So let's use formula. W equals to V into Q. V, potential difference is given as 10 volt and charge is given as 2. So 10 into 2, work done is going to be 20 joule. Unit of work done is joule. Next, calculate the number of electron constituting 1 coulomb of charge, or so that 1 ampere is equivalent to flow of 6.025, flow of 6.25 into 10 raised to the power 18 elementary charges. So given charge of an electron is 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 coulomb. Charge is 1 coulomb. Number of electrons we have to find. Formula is Q equals to Ne. Let's figure out its solution. N is equal to Q upon E. Q is given as 1 coulomb. E is given as 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 19. Once we solve this, we get number of electron is 6.25 into 10 raised to the power 18. Number of electron constituting 1 coulomb of charge is 6.25 into 10 raised to the power 18. Next question. How much work is done in moving a charge of magnitude 2 coulomb across 2 points having a potential difference of 12 volt? Charge is given as 2 coulomb. Potential difference as 12 volt. Work done we have to determine. So formula we are going to use here. W is equal to V into Q. V is 12, Q is 2. So once we multiply, work done becomes 24 joule. Hence, the work done is 24 joule. Next, how much energy is given to each coulomb of charge passing through 6 volt battery? Charge is given as 1 coulomb. Potential difference is given as 6 volt. energy given by battery we need to determine. W is equal to V into Q formula we are going to use here. Put the value 6 into 1. W comes out as 6 joule. The energy given by battery is 6 joule raised to the power 18. How many electrons are flowing per second past a point in a circuit in which there is a current of 5 ampere? Current is given 5 ampere. Time is 1 second. Charge on one electron is fixed. Number of electrons we have to determine. This is same question as before. So once we solve this, we get the result as 31.25. Next question. An electric heater is connected to a 230 volt mains supply. A current of 8 ampere flows through the heater. First part, how much charge flows around the circuit in each second? And B part, how much energy is transferred to the heater in each second? So let's figure out this. Okay, so the things are given as potential difference is 230 volt, electric current is given as 8 ampere, time is given as 1 second. Somehow we need to determine the charge. Okay, and energy. So two things we have to determine. Formula we are going to use it here as Q is equal to IT and W is equal to V into Q. Okay, let's figure out the solution. So for A part, I am using formula Q is equal to IT. I is given as 8, T is given as 1. So charge comes out as 8 coulomb. For B part, I am going to use formula W is equal to V into Q. V is given as 230, Q as 8. Just now I have determined. So once we multiply them, we get work as 1840 joule. So the charge flowing around the circuit is 8 coulomb. Energy transfer to the heater is 1840 joule. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.